Once upon a time, in a kingdom filled with joy and laughter, there lived a kind king and queen. They had one wish that filled their hearts, and that was to have a little child. They believed that one day their wish would come true, and soon enough it did. The king and queen were blessed with a baby girl, and because she was as bright and beautiful as the sun that lit up the day, they named her Princess Aurora. To celebrate the arrival of their daughter, the king and queen planned the grandest ball the kingdom had ever seen. Everyone was invited, the people of the kingdom, the kings and queens from neighboring lands, and even the fairies from the magical forest. But in all the excitement, the king and queen made a mistake. They forgot to invite one very important fairy. At the ball, the fairies each gave magical gifts to Princess Aurora. One fairy gifted her a life full of happiness, while another gave her eternal joy. But just as the last fairy was about to give her gift, something unexpected happened. The room was suddenly filled with green smoke. When the smoke cleared, a mysterious fairy appeared. The king, surprised, asked who she was. The other fairies recognized her and whispered, "It's the Black Fairy with a heart full of anger." The Black Fairy glared at the king and queen. "I see everyone was invited except me," she said. "Since you forgot to invite me, I'll give Princess Aurora a special gift." On her 16th birthday, just before the sun sets, she will prick her finger on a spinning wheel and fall into an endless sleep. The room grew cold and the Black Fairy vanished with an evil laugh. The last fairy, who was not as powerful as the Black Fairy, stepped forward. "I can't stop the curse," she said, "but I can change it. When the curse comes, Princess Aurora will not die. Instead, she will fall into a deep, peaceful sleep. Only a kiss of true love can wake her." To protect Princess Aurora, the king ordered all spinning wheels to be burned. The fairies hid the princess away, and she grew up to be a kind and beautiful young girl, loved by everyone. On her 16th birthday, the curse was about to unfold. The king and queen locked Princess Aurora in a special room to keep her safe. But Princess Aurora, curious as ever, found a secret door in the wall. She couldn't resist, and she opened it. Inside, she found an old woman spinning on a wheel. "What's this?" she asked. The old woman smiled and handed her the spinning wheel. Just as the sun began to set, Aurora pricked her finger, and the curse took effect. She fell into a deep sleep, just as the Black Fairy had foretold. The king and queen were heartbroken, and they decided to put everyone in the castle to sleep until Aurora woke up. The years passed, and one day a handsome prince heard the story of the sleeping princess. He decided to find the castle, which was now covered with thick, thorny vines. With his sword in hand, the prince cut his way through the thorns and made his way to the castle. Inside, he found everyone sleeping. He gently walked into the princess's room, where Aurora lay on a bed of soft flowers, looking peaceful. The prince gazed at her in awe. "You're the sleeping princess, the one everyone has talked about," he whispered. Feeling a deep love, he leaned over and kissed her on the forehead. At that moment, Aurora's eyes fluttered open, and the curse was broken. The entire castle woke up and everyone rejoiced. The king and queen were overjoyed to see their daughter awake and healthy. The prince asked Princess Aurora to marry him, and she happily agreed. With the king's blessing, they were married in a grand ceremony, and they all lived happily ever after. Don't forget to subscribe to Storytime Adventures for more magical fairy tales and exciting stories.